Okay. A big gripe that I got with the Source engine is that it can't fucking load all the maps from all the different games for niche and specific reasons that are generally arbitrary and stupid. Um, so I started working on this project that at the moment I've titled BSPX because it's pretty straight fucking forward. Um, and it's more of a proof of concept at the moment of just getting these maps to load. It started as like a project where I would try to translate the map file directly, but now I'm trying to use engine patches to receive the same effect. And at the moment, I still need to use the translation layer for Left 4 Dead 2 maps because of a really, really stupid fucking reason that I don't even want to get into right now. But uh, but it works at the very least. I got props loading, and it'll load a version 21 BSP file regardless of you know other versioning. I don't have light maps working right now, obviously, because that's a really big undertaking, and I don't know how to implement it. But the map loads. The map loads. Obviously, there's no fucking Left 4 Dead 2 entities, so you know you're not gonna see anything. Also, shader stuff like the common infected shader from Left 4 Dead 2 doesn't get mounted properly into other source games for reasons I don't even know. It's very interesting. Um, and funny broken helicopter. That's about that though. But I also got a CS:GO map to load, uh, specifically smaller maps and older maps because in newer CS:GO maps everything is a displacement, and it's terrible because engine limits in CS:GO are um, rampantly higher than they are in any other source game. Uh, Even stuff like Portal 2, it's like 10 times fucking higher. It's stupid as hell. Uh, so again, CS:GO models are loading as well, and textures for them. These textures aren't loading because they use BSP version 7.5, and I'd like to make a hook that makes it so that it'll load them in BSP version 7.4 because the differences are so negligible that it doesn't really matter. But at the moment, I'm kind of struggling to hook into the material system, so I can't. But at the very least, this system that I've made is working. It's doing it in a very gross fucking way right now, I confess, with the way that I've replaced the method. But it does function, and the game doesn't crash that much. Um, I'm not really much for making stuff like memory patches though, or code patches rather. So this is a very slow process for me. But I have it's a working prototype, and I probably am not going to release it, and you probably won't see it ever again. But it does work and it does exist. So that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. There was a project. There's a project right now being developed called Fortress Connected, and I don't actually really care for this project, but they wanted to load Left 4 Dead 2 maps and assets, and they couldn't. And I decided I wanted to take a crack at it, and this is what I've gotten so far. So, you know, it is what it is. It's far from perfect. It's far from working even, but it it's not nothing. So I think that's pretty cool.